Hi guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. This is a price analysis update on reserve rights. We'll take a look at a few key levels where we could potentially invest and then some take profit regions or accumulation points on the way up. But quite a substantial drop to the downside, so it's a good time to potentially top up on some cheap RSR. We'll take a look at both the USDT and the BTC pairings. If you are new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button and let's crack on. This video, as ever, is in partnership with Cointelegraph's Markets Pro. If you want to get one step ahead of the game, go ahead and check their platform out. You'll find a link for that in the pinned comment and the description. And also the video on the main page of my website is a great review of what it is actually used for and how you can use it to your benefit. So, reserve rights, this is a tether pairing USDT Huobi. Things are looking a little bit ropey at the minute, but nothing to worry about. I mean, we've got a potential crossover and moving averages here, which is usually not a good sign, but the entire market's dipped, and this has had a bit of a sell-off. I mean, if we look at this in terms of a few percentages, so from the bottom to the top, we made a 276% rise, but that then has been followed by a 47% drop, so it's nothing too crazy. But in terms of Fibonacci levels, if you look at the bottom and move there to the top, we have done I mean, you can see why I use Fibonacci's now. Look at that, we have touched that 618 level to an absolute T. That could be the end of this dip now. We have done that, we've wicked down, hit that area of liquidity at 3.3 cents. Let's see what reacts now over the course of the next few days. Just like I said, there's a potential bearish cross coming here on the moving averages. I mean, if we push to the upside, we might get a little bit of a gap in between the moving averages, which is what we're looking for. We was creating a nice gap here, and then this has not been the best bit of PA, to be honest, but nothing to worry about for me. I've always mentioned that throughout August, September was going to be the month of the bears. Historically, there's always been a drop in September. No matter how far you go back, right to the beginning of Bitcoin, it is a worst performing month on record for Bitcoin. When Bitcoin performs bad, the rest of the market follows it, and that's just what we've got to deal with for now. And like I say, I think we are still in a bull cycle, and I'm expecting that in October the price really does start to push, and I'm expecting a high Bitcoin price going into October, potentially up to around $60,000. This, like I say, is an opportunity. So this is the buy zone now. I wouldn't put any orders in lower on that, to be honest, because I think 3.3% is fair value. This is so undervalued, it's ridiculous. So that is the area where I would be buying. I wouldn't be putting any orders low in it, to be honest, because I can't see us coming back down here. I mean, you've got this area of support here. We use it as support all the way down here, rejection. So, I mean, that's down at 2.8 cents. If the market does get a shakeout, when I mean that, if you just look at Bitcoin. So currently Bitcoin is range bound in here now. We've got this push to the upside. We did a bit of a deviation. We've come back down, and then this is the EQ here. We're using this level of support here around 44k on the nose. Look at that, 2 points to a T. We've wicked down and tapped it. So for me, I can't see us going any lower on that. If we get another death wick though, and you can't predict those, if we get a death wick, I've been looking at this region here at 38k. That is a 618 level of this entire move. I don't think it'll happen, but if it does, ultimately altcoins will follow it down, and that's when you could potentially look here at 2.8 cents for some RSR top-ups. But I'm more in favour of this being the bottom now. I think it's a nice area. It has done that 61% retracement, and I think it is time to push on. It has been time to push on for the last 6 months, but that's a market for you, ain't it? So there's your buy zone. Very bearish one there down at 2.8 cents. Let's fingers crossed we don't make that. So that's your buy zones. Let's have a look at some areas of resistance. If you look at this green band here, this is a weekly level of resistance. If you look here, support, support, support there, support, and then we use it as a rejection, come back down. We've actually been back up and retested that area of resistance, and then we rejected off that. So that at 6.1 cents, it's a tough area to crack. But if you're looking to take some profit on the way up, or if you're mainly looking to accumulate, when I say accumulate, buy high, sell low, rinse, repeat. So you're basically selling at resistance, buying at support. I think that could be a nice area to offload a little bit of profit and wait for potential pullback. So I'm not expecting much. I think once we do get over there next time, it'll blast through it. But if you're looking for this, you may get a slight rejection. You might be able to get a couple of more percent RSR, and then I think we're going to start to push up and go on and create some highs. In terms of all-time highs, this has been up to 11.8 cent, and I think that's just for starters, to be honest. I've mentioned it throughout all my videos. The Q4 is going to be absolutely massive for cryptocurrency. So that is your buy zones from me. A bit of take profit at 6.1 cent, and then I wouldn't really sell anything below 11.8 cent after that, because there's not much trading activity within that range there. Money flow is very indecisive. It's been in and out of positive territory a little bit. It's currently in positive territory now, but I can imagine that's going to drop to the downside as well. That's that pair covered. I'm not going to go too much into depth with that. Like I say, potential bearish crossing the moving averages there, which is not what we're looking for, and it's not ideal, but like I say, opportunity. Just want to take a look at the Valkyrie trading indicator. So this is an indicator which is great for scalping. It is also great for long-term investments, but if you're looking at this, this is a 5-minute time frame. So we've currently had a few RSI overbought signals here on the 5-minute time frame, which shot above. So if you look at this green level here, this is resistance. We actually shot above it, and then we've rejected so far down to here. And then if you look at these here, we had some buys, sells. We don't always work out. I mean, I would not have sold there because some RSI dots which were overbought were nowhere near that level of resistance, so that wouldn't have been the best signal there. But if you look in the past, you can see some great periods when there's got potential sells there, push to the upside, and you know what I mean. It works on so many different assets and different pairs. Go ahead and check it out yourself, because there's a lot going on there which I can't really talk about throughout this video. But you'll find a link for the Valkyrie Discord in the description of this video. Go ahead and check their platform out. We've got that indicator, but you've also got daily trading calls going out as much as you want. So that's that covered. And I just want to jump back and have a look at the BTC pairing on RSI, because that is still very, very low. Where are we in terms of a Fibonacci level? Let's have a look. So this is the bottom move here. That's the top. We've actually lost that 618 level, and I'm expecting that BTC at some stage, like I've mentioned in October, is going to go on a run. If that happens, I think some alts will get wrecked in Satoshi. So if you're looking for buys, I'd target down here around 60 Satoshis. I think could be a decent buy for RSR. I'm not going to look at any levels above at a minute, because I'm very indecisive on what's going to go on with Bitcoin over the course of the next few weeks. So next week's video, we might have a bit of a clearer picture and be able to analyse some levels above. That's going to do it for today's video. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.